Hello, it's me, John Atkins, aka the Ukulele Teacher on YouTube, and you're listening to another taster episode of my brand new podcast, Ukulele Tales. We'll be launching officially on Wednesday, November the 23rd, with a feature-length interview with James Hill, followed by weekly interviews every single Wednesday with some of the best ukulele players and personalities in the world. But before then, I'm dropping a couple of teaser episodes each Wednesday where I want to hear your ukulele tales. Personally, I've been thinking a lot recently about how much should we practice? Is there a right amount? I know there's lots of different thoughts on the subject, and to be honest with you, I'm of two minds. On the one hand, if you don't practice enough, then you'll just never get any better. But on the other hand, if you over-practice, then you can suck the fun out of the instrument and all of the joy that it might give you, and it might make you just want to stop playing altogether. Personally, I always say that a really good way of practicing the ukulele is just to find 5 minutes here or there whenever you can make time for it. Just grab that uke. So maybe you're waiting for your toast to pop out of the toaster. Grab your uke and have a strum. If you're waiting for your favorite TV show to start, why not play a couple of tunes then? Or if you're going to spend 10 minutes aimlessly scrolling through Twitter and Instagram on your phone, why not grab your ukulele instead and practice a couple of scales or a favorite song as well? That way it becomes both a habit and something fun that you enjoy doing and looking forward to as well. I asked my patrons on patreon.com/uketeacher about their practice habits, and here's some of their top replies. Camille says, I have my uke on the wall right next to my desk, so I can do a few strums whenever something's loading, or I'm waiting for a reply or code to compile. Mina Yoon says whenever she stumbles upon a cool tutorial. And I love that because it's really important, I think, when you're practicing to make sure that you enjoy what you're playing. Obviously, there's millions and millions of videos out there on YouTube, so there's never any shortage of material to be inspired by. So if you find a cool tutorial of a song that you love, grab your uke and start playing. Great advice there, Mina. Rick says, like Camille, he has his uke resting on his desk, and he just picks it up whenever one of his Teams meetings starts getting dull. Wow, I'd love to be on a Teams meeting with you, Rick. So he practices all the time, because presumably those Teams meetings do get a bit boring. I'm just wondering if he turns off his camera and microphone, or just basically randomly starts plucking. Rick, let us know if you're listening. Philip says, I would like to practice daily, but realistically, he does end up missing some days. Yeah, I understand that, and that's fine. When he practices, generally he'll play songs that he already knows, but the next thing he's going to learn is the next song in Bernadette's 30-day song challenge. So yeah, that's a really cool way of learning new music as well, is finding a playlist or a song challenge or a 30-day program to help you sort of learn a lot of new stuff that you might not otherwise know, because one of the ways of becoming a better player, and to be honest with you, a better musician as well, is just exploring new ideas and new music. Vicky Jernigan says she's been playing for about 9 months and practices about 5 days a week at least. Wow, that's great. I play during times at work and in the evenings, so probably 30 to 60 minutes a day. Wow, so that's 1 hour a day for at least 5 days a week. She keeps a notebook with songs and even has a section for the songs she hasn't mastered yet. Good advice there as well. It's interesting, once you finish a song or perfect a song, it can be very tempting to just put it away and forget all about it, but it's great to practice those songs again and again so you don't forget them. And Stephanie says she practices every day, again, for at least an hour, hoping to get more into music theory, but truthfully, she can't read music yet. So it's still more just sort of strumming and chords and stuff, I guess. That's interesting. I'd love to know from you guys as well. Do you guys know music theory? Is it something that you feel that you'd like to learn? Or maybe you think that you're not missing out on anything, to be honest with you? I've actually spoken doing these interviews to a lot of great players, and you would be surprised. Naming no names, partly because I can't remember off the top of my head, but naming no names, a lot of these really top world-class musicians have said they can't read ukulele music, or they can't read musical notation. But a lot of people feel that they would like to know it. So let me know if that's something that you can do or you can't do, or basically if it's something that you just think you can get away without doing. Let me know your thoughts on reading music. Anyway, Stephanie says she'll just practice a song or two that she's trying to get right, and then do a few others that she knows just to feel like she accomplished something. But wow, an hour a day, every day, very, very good stuff. Stephanie, very inspiring. And Katie says she tries to practice nightly for at least an hour, but it usually turns into 2 or 3 hours. Now, that is dedication. I can't say even at my peak I've ever practiced for 2 or 3 hours a day. But Katie, if you carry on like that, you are going to become a uke master in no time at all. Thank you guys all for your brilliant responses. That is crazy, 2 to 3 hours. People don't practice that much, surely, do they? Do you practice for 2 or 3 hours a day? Let me know. Let me know. Anyway, don't forget, this is just another taste episode of Ukulele Tales. And like I said earlier, the first episode proper will drop on Wednesday, November 23rd, with that feature-length episode with James Hill, followed by weekly interviews every Wednesday with some of the best ukulele players and personalities in the world. Until then, I'm dropping these short taster episodes every Wednesday to hear your ukulele tales. And over the next couple of weeks, we will be talking about, have you ever performed live? How long have you been playing for? Tell me about your ukulele collection. And what are your favourite songs to play on the ukulele? I want to hear from you. I want to hear your ukulele tales. You can, of course, drop me a message on Patreon, patreon.com/uketeacher, or send me tweets or Instagram DMs or Facebook messages. I'm easy to find on all of those platforms. Or you can even send me a voice memo if you're feeling brave, and I might just play it on the show. Be sure to subscribe now to the Ukulele Tales podcast to add it to your rotation. Like I said, I'll be dropping some more of these taster episodes over the next couple of weeks. So if you want to help support this awesome project, please check out patreon.com/uketeacher, and you will get tons of bonus content, behind the scenes gossip, and a general feeling of goodwill, knowing that you're helping make this awesome adventure possible for you, other ukulele players, and me. And I think you won't regret it. I think you're going to have a great time listening to this podcast. I'm certainly having a lot of fun putting it together. Anyway, like I said, I'll be back next Wednesday with another taster episode. And until next time, I love you all, and I wish you the best.